Hi friends, my name is Nora and today we are going to do some warm-up and stretching with me. For our warm-up, we are going to play one of my favorite games, which is Bones, No Bones. So to play Bones, No Bones, we are going to fall to the ground when I say no bones, like we have no bones. And when I say bones, I'm going to give us an activity, like running bones, skipping bones, jumping bones. What other ideas do you have that we might be able to use for bones? All right, so when we're warming up, if you don't have a ton of space, that's totally okay. You can do it in place, you can do it in small circles, or you can do it in big circles. You could run outside. If you have a hallway that you could do it down, any sort of space that you have that you can use. All right, are we ready to play Bones, No Bones? Okay. We're going to start off with running bones. Are you running with me? Oh, good. And no bones. And skipping bones. Come on, skip with me. And no bones. And 1 foot hop bones. And switch feet. Good job switching feet with me. And no bones. And we're going to do frog jump bones. Can you make frog noises? Ribbit, ribbit. Good job. Those are fun to make. And no bones. And bunny hop bones. And no bones. Good job. Thank you for playing Bones, No Bones with me. All right, who's ready to stretch with me? I know I'm ready to stretch. So, for stretching, you're going to want to make sure you have some sort of surface you can stretch on. This could be a towel, a blanket, a sheet, a mat, a yoga mat, a couch cushion, anything that's soft that you can put on the ground. If you have carpet at your house, I would try and do it on the carpet if you can. I want you to use your super speedy bones to go get whatever you're going to use to stretch on as fast as you can. Ready, go. Whoa, that was so fast. Good job. All right, we are going to start off our stretching by reaching all the way up to the sky and all the way down to our toes. And we are going to jump our feet apart. Good job. And we're going to reach to 1 foot. And let me see all those rainbows as we go to the other foot. Nicely done. All right, we are going to sit on the ground now, and we're going to sit in straddle. So that's kind of like a V with our feet. We're going to do my all-time favorite stretch, which is making a pizza. So we're going to reach over to one side and grab sauce for our pizza. Yummy. Good job reaching over to your side with me. And we're going to switch sides. Good job switching sides. I'm going to grab my pizza dough and my cheese now. All right, and we're all going to spread our pizzas out in front of us. Good job spreading out your pizza dough. And we're going to put our sauce on. I'm going to put my cheese and some pepperoni and some olives on my pizza. What are you putting on your pizzas? Ooh, that sounds really yummy. Good choice. And we're going to close our pizza up in the oven. And we're going to reach and hold the oven door shut. We don't want our pizza to escape. Good job holding your oven door shut. And we're going to look through your fingers and see. Oh, can we see through the oven door? Is the pizza ready? It is ready? Okay, good. Open up your oven and take 3 big bites. Good job. That was a yummy pizza. Was your pizza yummy? Oh, good. I'm glad it was yummy. Alright, we are going to come up to the front now, and we are going to do butterfly. We're going to sit in butterfly and flap our butterfly wings. Where would you fly to if you could fly to? I think I would fly to Disneyland. And we got to touch our nose as far as you can down towards your toes. We got to check and see if our feet smell today. Ooh, they don't smell very good. Do your feet smell? Oh no. And now we're going to go up into our lunge. So you're going to have 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. And you're going to step your foot a little farther forward than you think you need. And push into a lunge so that your knee is right over your foot. Good job. Those look awesome. And now we're going to straighten our front leg. And we're going to reach down and tickle our toes and put our nose down on our knee. You could also put your ear on your knee. Good job stretching. And now you can push back into lunge, or you can slide into your split. And come out. And we're going to switch legs. Good job doing your lunge on the other side. And straighten your front leg. We're going to tickle our toes again and put our nose down to our knee. Good job. You are all pros at stretching. And slide down into your split, or you can go back into your lunge. And come out. And we're going to do our middle splits next. So with middle splits, we're going to start with our hands on the ground and our feet on the ground. And we're going to walk our feet out as wide as we can. You can put your elbows on the ground once you get pretty low. And come out. And we're going to shake our legs at the front. I want to hear you make thunder with your legs. Good job. That's really loud thunder. And now we're going to stretch out our wrists. So we're going to make puppy dog paws with our wrists and put our puppy dog paws down on the ground. And then we are going to read our book. And we're going to flip our book over and let the floor read our book. What book are you reading today? Ooh, that sounds like a good one. And now we're going to make a blender. So we're going to lock our fingers together and roll our wrists. You can make a milkshake or a smoothie in your blender. I think I'm going to make a chocolate milkshake today in my blender. And we're going to keep our fingers laced together and make a roller coaster. Whoa, how fast can you make your roller coasters go? Oh, we better stop. We don't want to fall off. That roller coaster was getting really fast. Good job. Now we're going to do our bridge or tabletop. So we are going to do tabletop first. We are going to put our feet down on the ground and our hands down on the ground behind us. And we're going to push our belly up in the air. If you want, it would be kind of fun to try and balance something on your stomach. See if you can hold it up there. And now we're going to come back down. The other option that we can do is bridge. So for bridge, we're going to lay on the ground and we're going to bring our feet up. And we're going to put our hands out in front of us like stop sign hands. And then we're going to reach around and put them on the ground so that our fingers face towards our shoulders and our elbows are up towards the sky. And we're going to push our belly up and arch our back. And we're going to come down. Good job. Those were some great bridges and tabletops. And we're going to do 2 rock and rolls. Good job. Those were awesome rock and rolls. Thank you for stretching with me today, friends.
Thanks, Ginger, for that warm-up. Hi, gymnasts. My name is Ashley, or some of you may know me as Bugs, and I'm really excited to be teaching your level 1 class this week. Teaching from my home to yours is going to be a little bit different since we would normally be in the gymnastics room, but we're still going to have a lot of fun working on gymnastics from home. But before we can get started, let's go wash our hands with my friend String Bean.
How's it going, everybody? My name is JJ, also known as String Bean, and this is my video that I'm making for Kid Spirit during this time where we can't meet with you guys in person. So for my first video, we're going to be talking about something that's very important, and that is washing your hands. Alright, second song is to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. I know you guys all know that song. So it's a little bit slower, but like I said, 20 seconds at least. You can go longer than that, so it does not matter. Let me get my hands wet. Get soap. Alright, let's do song number 2. Wash, wash, wash your hands gently till they're clean. Tops and bottoms round the thumbs and in between. Wash, wash, wash your hands gently till they're clean. Tops and bottoms round the thumbs and in between. Okay, song's over. I'm going to grab my paper towel. Awesome, great job. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the songs. If you want to practice them more, feel free to rewind the video. You can watch as many times as you like. There's going to be more of us, hopefully, that are going to be sending these songs out. So you'll have a bunch of different ones you can do while you're washing your hands. I'll be putting more videos out. But thank you for keeping yourself clean and keeping everybody safe. And joining me from a distance and watching my video. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again.
Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, we're going to start with floor this week. And to do our floor exercises, we're going to need some space and equipment. Okay? So you're going to make sure that you have a big space with lots of gymnastic space so you're not going to hit anyone or anything, okay? Make sure that you have a yoga mat or blanket or towel or something soft to practice your drills on. And then really important, we're going to need a wall that is clear, that doesn't have any shelves or books or pictures or anything on it, and it's really important that we ask mom or dad before we use this wall space for gymnastics, okay? Alright, so we're going to start working on our handstands, and we're going to start with lever and tees, okay? So we're going to go in our lunge position with our cartwheel leg in front, put our arms up by our ears, and we're going to stretch. We're going to go to horizontal, okay, just like a teeter-totter. Okay, and it's really important that we keep our heel in line with our fingertips, okay? So we're going to practice this with the wall. Okay, you're going to go into your lunge position. And go ahead and grab a friend or your parent and see if they can tell you if you are keeping your body in a straight line from your heel to your fingertips, okay? Alright, so go ahead and reach for that wall. Keep your body in that straight line and pop back up. Okay? And we're going to do that again, and we're going to hold it for 5 seconds this time. Okay, go ahead and reach, and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pop back up. Nice job. Alright, so then we're going to take this same lever, but we're going to go all the way to the floor with it, okay? We're going to go full teeter-totter. So you're going to go back to your lunge, arms up by your ears, and then reach, keep that straight line, and touch the floor. And come back up, okay? Make sure when you touch the floor that your hands are really flat, okay? We want palms to the floor. Okay, so we're gonna do that one more time, and we're gonna hold it for another 5 seconds. Arms up by your ears, and reach, 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 reach. Hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stretch back up. Nice job. All right, and now we're gonna work on our handstand shape, but we're gonna lay on the floor. And a nice straight line. Alright, this is the shape we want to be in when we're upside down in a handstand. But one thing about when we lay on the floor is that we're kind of arching our back, okay? So if you have a friend or a parent, see if they can stick their hand underneath your back, kind of like I'm doing. You see my hand? It's waving. Hello. Alright, so your goal is to close that space, okay? So have them move their hand, and you're going to try and take your belly button and pull it to the floor, okay? But you're going to do that without moving your shoulders, okay? You're just going to use your ribs and your hips, okay? And you're going to pull that belly button to the ground. Got it? You're going to try and touch your spine all the way to the floor, okay? So go ahead and try that. Pull your belly button down, tuck in your hips and your ribs, and see if they can get their hand underneath of you. Can they do it? No? Awesome job. All right, go ahead and relax and stand back up. And now we're going to take that shape and we're going to use it on the wall, okay? So find that clear space of wall. And you're going to stand with your back to it. You're going to put your hands on the floor nice and flat. Okay, and really carefully walk your feet up the wall. Really, really slow. Nice. Just go as far as you're comfortable. And then we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to step down really careful, okay? It's really important when we're using the wall that we're being safe. So make sure that you're stepping down really, really carefully from your handstands and not sliding down off the wall or just crashing to the floor, okay? We want to be extra safe. All right. So after you doing belly to the wall, we're going to go from doing our handstands from our lever. Okay, so we're going to start back in that lunge and kind of like we're going to start with lever with a hop. Okay, so you're going to go lunge, arms up by your ears, and then do a little hop. Okay, so you're just kicking that foot up just a little bit. Okay, arms up by your ears, reach, 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 hop. Okay, go ahead and do 3 of those in a row. Okay, and go 1, and lever, hop, 2, and another one, lever, hop, 3. Awesome. All right, and now we're going to work on making those a little bit bigger. So we're going to try and get our back leg all the way vertical, okay? So we're going to start in our lunge. You're going to make sure that you're close enough to the wall that if you were to go a little bit over handstand that it would catch you, okay? So make sure the wall is close to you. We're going to start in our lunge. You're going to reach into your lever and then kick up that foot all the way up. Okay? If you notice, I had my front leg, didn't touch my leg yet. We didn't go all the way to handstand, okay? We're just working on getting that back leg all the way up. Okay? So go in our lunge and you're going to reach into your lever and just get that one leg up. Okay? Make sure you're kicking really gentle. You might have heard I hit my heel pretty hard on the wall, okay? So make sure that you're being really gentle. Okay, so after we've done a whole bunch of those and we know that we're getting to vertical with this back leg, we're going to work on getting this front leg to touch it, okay? We're just going to tap our feet together. Okay, so we're going back to that lunge. Okay, and reaching into our lever, and then pick up and tap our feet. Ooh, and then come back down. All right. Go ahead and try that again, and just a little tap. Lunge, tap, come on down. Nice. All right. Make sure that we're teeing in and out of our handstand. So we're doing our tee going in, because we're starting with our lever. Okay, so that's our tee going in. And we hit our handstand, we want to tee out one leg at a time. Okay, so make sure you're practicing that. If you can get your handstand all the way to the wall, go ahead and kick up to the wall, really gentle, and then tee out. Bring one leg down at a time. And keep those arms by our ears, okay? All right, go ahead and shake it out. And we're going to hold one of these handstands together for 20 seconds, okay? So you get to choose. You can do belly to the wall and walk your feet up the wall, or you can kick up to handstand with your back to the wall with me, okay? Your choice. All right, ready? Set. Okay, walk up or kick up to your handstand, go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and step down. Awesome, nice job, friends. This week we're going to be working on ball. So before we get started, let's make sure we have all the right space and equipment. So we're going to make sure we have our gymnastic space. We're not going to hit anything or anyone. All the furniture is moved out of the way. And the second thing is we're going to make sure that we have a little bit of a raised surface somewhere, or if we use a couch or a stable chair, or our stairs, okay? Because we're going to be working on squat-ons and straddle-ons today, okay? So to get started, we're going to work on our positions. So we're going to sit on the floor, and we're going to go over our tuck and straddle positions, okay? So for our squat-on, we're going to use a tuck position with our knees up to our chest and our hands flat on the floor, okay? And for our straddle-on, we're going to go to a straddle position, knees back, hands flat on the floor, okay? So one more time, we've got tuck and straddle. All right, so to practice these skills, our first drill is going to be in a front support. Okay, hand leaning over your hands, feet up, And we're going to go into a straddle, okay? So you're going to bring your feet to the side of your hands, and then we're going to stand up and bring those feet together, okay? So we're going to do that whole thing again, back to our front support. We're going to jump to straddle, stand up, feet together, okay? One more time. We're going to go front support, feet to the side, stand up, feet together. Awesome. Okay, and for the squat on, we're going to do really similar, but we're going to bring our feet between our hands, okay? So we're going to pull our knees up to our chest and put those feet in between, arms go up, and then we just stand up, okay? Again, front support, knees to our chest, feet in between our hands, and stand up. Okay, last one. Okay, so front support, tuck, stand up. Nice job. Okay, for our second drill, we're going to move over to the couch. And we're going to start with donkey kicks. Okay, and we're just going to work on jumping our feet up. Okay, and putting some pressure on our hands, but without falling over, okay? So we're going to do, let's do 2 sets of 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Take a rest, shake it out. And again, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Awesome, go ahead and take a rest and shake it out. Okay, so to do our straddle on, we're going to make sure we have plenty of space. We're going to put our hands on, and then we're just going to touch our toes to the side and come back down. Okay, so we're going to start with our feet really close, and jump up, touch our toes, come back down. Okay, so we're not going to try and stand up. Again, we're going to go up, touch our toes, come back down. Awesome. Okay, take a rest. And now we're going to do the straddle on. So make sure we bring our knees up to our chest and our feet in between our hands. Start with our feet close, and jump up, feet on, hop down. Okay? One more time, lean over, pop those feet up, and then you can come down. Awesome. All right. So the next thing from there would be to go to your front support, push your feet back a little bit further, and then go from here to that squat on or straddle on. Okay? One more time, walking those feet back. Okay? Knees up, and then step down. Awesome. So from there, you can try to add a little bit of a hurdle. So you can step, hurdle, and jump. Okay, making sure that those hands come down onto your surface. Okay, so one more time. Step, hurdle, feet on. Nice. Okay. If you have stairs, you can practice your squat ons going up the stairs. If you're able to go outside, you could do this with a run. Okay, find your raised surface outside that's nice and safe for you to use, and then you can run and hurdle into it just a little bit. Okay, so make sure with our squat ons that we're putting our hands down and then bringing our feet up and are pushing with our arms so that we're nice and strong. Okay, we don't want to be loosey-goosey and then fall over. All right, so today we're going to be working on beam, and before we can get started on beam, we need to make sure that we have the proper space and equipment. Okay, so to work on beam, you're going to need a little strip of space. Whether you have a practice beam at home that you can use, go ahead and get that and just make sure you have plenty of space to use it. Or if you don't have a practice beam like me, you can use a piece of tape that you put on the floor and make sure that it's about 4 inches wide, and then that you have plenty of space to do some walks on it, okay? Alright, so to get started on beam, we're going to start with practicing our beam feet, okay? So the beam's not wide enough for us to stand with our feet side by side. We need to stagger them a little bit. Okay, so one foot's going to be just a little bit in front, and the other one's going to be just a little bit behind it. Okay? I want to make sure we're standing up nice and tall with our chin up, not looking at the ceiling and not looking at our toes, just looking right ahead. And then our shoulders are relaxed and down, okay? No turtlenecks. Okay? We want to be like a long giraffe neck, okay? And then we're going to first start by working on releve. Okay? Releve is when we go up onto our toes. Okay? So go back down. Okay, so now you're flat foot. Okay, we're going to go up, practice going up and down from releve 5 times. Okay, we're going to put our hands on our hips when we do these and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Go ahead and relax. Okay, so now we're going to try those with our arms up by our ears really tall. Okay, same thing. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Go ahead and relax. And now we're going to work on something called plie. Okay, plie is when we have our feet flat and we're just going to bend our knees a little bit. Okay, make sure we're keeping our back straight, okay? Not leaning super far forward. Make sure you're sitting like you're in a chair. Okay, so try that again. And plie like you're sitting in a chair. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna go from plie to stretch releve. Okay, so we're gonna go plie, stretch to our toes. Nice job. All right, go ahead and relax. And go plie, stretch up to our toes. And relax. Okay, now one more time. We're gonna go plie and stretch up to our toes. Nice job, relax. All right, and after that, we're gonna go ahead and start working on some walks, okay, to work on these releve shapes and our balance. Okay, so we're just gonna do normal forwards walks, one foot in front of the other. You can do arms by your ears, out to the side, or hands on your hips, okay? I'm gonna do hands on my hips. Okay, and just go one foot in front of the other, keeping your chin up, okay? So go ahead and turn around, and you can try that again. Keep that chin up really tall, okay? All the way up on our toes. Okay, the next one from there would be sideways. You could do hands on hips, arms to the side. Okay, and you can go flat feet, or you can try and go all the way up onto your toes, okay? Try and practice both. Okay, and then go all the way back. Nice. All right, then we're gonna turn around, and we're gonna practice backwards. And when we do backwards, I teach students to touch their toe to the ground so they can feel it, and then they can take a step. When you're on the real beam, this is great so that you know if you've reached the end of the beam, okay? But if you need to, you can look behind you. But for right now, because we're on the tape on the floor, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, go ahead and try that again. We're gonna turn back around, hands on those hips, and walk back, okay? These ones we can do flat-footed or up on our toes, okay? Nice. All right, relax. After those walks, we're gonna work on some kicks, so keep those hands on our hips, and we're gonna kick up really tall. Okay, one foot right in front of the other. Make sure you're focusing on that, going in a straight line, okay? And then we're gonna do kicks backwards, and it's really important. Make sure you have lots of gymnastic space, and you're keeping your chest up really tall when you kick, okay? Don't let your chest come down. Keep that chest up really tall, okay? Nice. All right. Next, we're gonna work on something called arabesque, okay? And really similar to your backwards kicks, you're gonna keep your chest up really tall, arms out to the side, and you're just gonna lift your leg up, okay? So your chest isn't coming down, okay? Your chest is staying up very tall like you're against a wall, and you're just lifting your leg. If you wanted to, you could even go up to the wall, lay your belly on it, okay? And then work on kicking up that leg, okay? Nice. All right, so we're gonna try that again, and we're gonna hold it for 3 seconds, okay? So we're gonna lift that leg up. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,003. Relax. And we're gonna try it again. We're gonna go 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, 3 gymnastics. Relax. Nice job. All right, so now let's go ahead and practice some jumps. Okay, working on that beam feet. Beam feet's really important for our jumps. Okay, make sure our feet are staggered or even just behind. Okay, we're just gonna do a little straight jump, okay? Okay, it's really important that we go from that plie that we talked about, and then you stretch up, okay? And then you land with some bent legs back in that plie, okay? So really similar to that first row that we did, we went plie, stretch, except this time your toes are gonna leave the ground, okay? So make sure we're in our beam feet. We're gonna start in that plie, and stretch up, and land in plie again. Nice. All right, let's try one more of those. Go plie, stretch, land in plie. Nice job, okay? Another jump we can work on beam is a tuck jump where we bring our knees up to our chest, okay? So getting that beam feet, we're gonna go plie, stretch, okay? All right, one more time. Go plie, tuck, land in with bent legs. Nice job. All right, go ahead and relax. Another thing to work on beam are our turns. So we're gonna start with pivot turn, which we're gonna go with our beam feet, okay, 1 foot behind the other, and on releve, okay? And on pivot turns, we're gonna do our hands on our hips for now, and you're gonna turn so that your body opens up, Okay? When you turn, you don't want your legs to crisscross. Okay? If your legs crisscross, you're turning the wrong direction. Okay? So pivot turn. You're going to turn all the way to the other side, but your legs aren't going to cross. Okay? When you face sideways, you should look normal. Okay? If I were to go in the wrong direction, I'd look like this when I crisscross. Okay? My legs would cross and I wouldn't be able to get to the other side. Okay? Try those with both feet in front. So do 3 with your right leg in front, and then when you turn the other side, your other leg's in front. So go ahead and just turn back. Okay? So you're going to do 3 from each side, and keep those feet close together. Don't let them get too far apart, okay? On these pivot turns, make sure you're stretching up really tall to the sky like you had a string and it's pulling you up to the ceiling, okay? We want to stretch up really nice and tall and move everything together. Okay, our whole body is moving at once. Nice. And I think one more on each. Nice. All right, go ahead and relax. Shake out your feet. Alright guys, great work on beam today. Thanks for working out with me and practicing on all these beam skills. I wish you good luck while you keep working on them, and tune in for our next event. Alright, bye!
Thank you everyone, and thank you Bugs for that gymnastics lesson. It's not how we normally do it. We would normally be at the Oregon State campus up in Langton Hall, but here we are doing gymnastics to your home. Be sure to subscribe. We want to get better. We're producing these with only equipment that our instructors have at home, so we're excited to keep going. We're excited to keep rolling these out for you. So again, subscribe below. Our email's there. Our webpage is there. Let us know what you liked. Be kind to our instructors. They're going to grow with these videos. They're only going to get better with your help. Thank you again. Subscribe.